Dear ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, I'm very pleased to be here today at this session and talk about the most sensitive and important issues, which is the water scarcity and environmental crimes. These two big problems are not always a result of the rapid development of human activity, because today in many cases the destruction of environment happens as a result of a growing number of military conflicts. While fighting for any territorial purpose, while supporting the occupation, the countries destroy the environment and violate the laws. Military crises provide not less harm to ecology than globalization and technological problems. Negative attitude to the environment destroys the ecology and violated the rights of millions, especially women and children, to live in appropriate conditions. The water is very relevant and has a clear links to the implementation of the 2030 Agenda and to the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals, which require sustainable development, stability, peace, and healthy environment, also gender equality and economic growth. The Nagorno-Karabakh conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan has lasted for almost 30 years and is known as one of the most protracted and bloody conflicts throughout the world. In spite of the 4 resolutions of the United Nations Security Council calling for the immediate, complete, and unconditional withdrawal of Armenian troops from the occupied territories of Azerbaijan, Armenia continues to ignore basically all the principles of international law on international integrity. More than 25 years, the conflict causes difficulties to human development, economy, industry, and agriculture in the occupied territory, as well as in the frontline regions of Azerbaijan. There is an illegal looting of minerals, deposits of precious stones, which are then transferred to Armenia. Absence of a permanent population in the occupied territory and unpossessed fields is a good environment for the influx of rodents, which then move to the frontline regions of Azerbaijan and threaten the development of agriculture there. Constant shelling of nearby villages, arson of the fields, and blockage of water supply from the Sarsang water reservoir located on the occupied territory, which you have just seen on the screen, provoked an ecological catastrophe, the scale of which only increased day by day. Due to lack of water and also because of constant shelling, a large area of land in the frontline villages on both sides is not irrigated. It leads to appearance of cracks and destruction of fertile layer of the earth. Lack of vegetation cover negatively affects the productivity of the land. In addition, the frequent occurrence of rodents leads to the formation of holes in the ground and decrease the economic efficiency of regional development. It should be also noted that the cases of arson in the occupied territory aimed at destruction of the forest areas are not uncommon. The flame is spreading around, burning all the vegetation on its way and causing serious damage to the environment and wildlife. Considering the fact that for many people, land ownership is the main way to earn money, the destruction of crops destroys the ability of people to earn and feed their families. In addition, constant shelling of the frontline regions makes it dangerous for life to deal with farming in open areas. It's important to mention the factor of pollution and poisoning of water. Over the years, the discharge of polluted waters from Armenia into the rivers of the region has been regularly carried out, as a result of which the river basin is turned into a dead zone. By such behavior, Armenia violates not only the principle of territorial integrity of another state, but also a number of conventions and resolutions which prohibit the destruction of movable and immovable property of the occupied state. Moreover, as a partner of the United Nations Environment Programme, the state's current policy contradicts with the United Nations environmental standards. Despite the calls of some respected representatives of the world community, association and specially created monitoring missions on the need to prevent the ecological catastrophe provoked by the protracted Nagorno-Karabakh conflict, the Armenian community continues to ignore all the appeals. Moreover, it does not allow experts to visit the occupied regions and assess the scale of the environmental catastrophe, which continues to increase. However, shared waters and joint management of transboundary water resources can also be an important unifying factor, contributing to dialogue, peace, regional and political stability, and economic growth. So if Armenia really wants to resolve the conflict in the nearest time, to manage the contacts, and to bring somehow stability in the region, it also should give an access to the water for the population from the frontline regions who really in a big need to get an access to water, especially in summertime when usually the water reservoir is closed. So the people cannot deal with agricultural development. They cannot earn money. They cannot feed the families because of these problems. So there should be real big interest from international community and big attention from international experts for this case, who can bring it in front of the international court and push this government to liberate the occupied territories of Azerbaijan and to give an access to this water for the population, especially from the frontline regions of Azerbaijan. So Azerbaijan is not only the country that faces this problem today, and there are many states suffering from the military aggression, water scarcity, and environmental problem. Today we have to stand together, unite our efforts, and try to bring more international attention to the problems and water scarcity in different parts of the world. We need to have a strong NGOs, communities, and international network experts, international organizations, law enforcement agencies, NGOs, civil society activists, and academics entities active in this field, who can bring an attention not only from the research attention, but also from the official law statements to bring the attention of the world community to the situation in Azerbaijan and in other corners of the world who are facing the same problems. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anastasia, and I will say that